For most people, at some point in our lives, you get to a point where you are raised by a single mother. Sometimes by causes that are natural, sometimes by, very strange, difficult circumstances that causes fathers to, be absent in the lives of their children. It happens. Before I go into this movie, let me specially welcome you to my channel. My name is Bevlin. If you are new here, my guy, my lady, do want to be part of the 1000 counting subscribers. You will turn on your bell button so that whenever I post a new video, you, my friend, would be notified. Sistá, a Building Steven movie, written, directed, and produced by her. And this is a movie I would watch if it's 2 hours long and not complain and not say anything, not say shilly, meshe, metnasa na masha kusi if it's 2 hours long, no matter how long it is. So this is a movie where young people who are growing up, okay, but they get pregnant, they had to, struggle in this life. At a point, the guy runs off because he's scared. He runs off, he takes advantage and then runs off. This single mother, young girl, takes up 2 children. She has to fend for the 2 kids. And life unfolding, the struggles. 13 minutes into the movie, I was already tearing up. That heart-to-heart conversation, the children saw what their mother was going through just to put them through school. They had to massage her. They had to, help her so that she can be on her feet the next day to go to work. And they saw it. They appreciated it. They loved their mother. And so it made it easier for the mother. They're having this conversation with her. One time she was going to work. They were like, "Mommy, we want to go with you. We want to go and help you. You can't do it all alone." And the response of the mother, which is that, "I'm going through all of this because of you two. I want you guys to have better lives. I want you guys to have what I didn't have. I want you guys to experience things that I didn't get the opportunity to. I want you guys to stay in school and remain focused." And most of our parents, even to date, there are a lot of mothers in markets, a lot of mothers selling in the street hawkers. Some people, you see them with babies on their backs, trying to make ends meet for the family, for the children to go to school. So for her to want this for her children is very beautiful. It was so beautiful. And for the children to also appreciate and see what their parents, what the mother was going through was also plausible. Because some children wouldn't mind. Did I ask you to give birth to me? Is it my fault that I'm in this world? So if you are struggling, struggle. But for others, they are like, "No, Mom is going through a lot. Let's see if we can help her." So that heart-to-heart conversation the mother has with her children, and it wasn't even just once. Okay, it happened a couple of times. There was a time when the son, young Fola, went in there to call her mom for breakfast, and he met the mom crying and praying. And that scene hits me so much. I was tearing up. I could understand what the boy was saying. I could understand the pain the mother is going through, how hard life is for her. I got it. Maybe you saw yourself like you were a reflection of what the movie was, or the story of the movie. The most relatable movie I've ever watched. It's so relatable. It's so true. It's real. Now, fast forwarding to the movie, this couple, Tiwa and her husband, Fola, old Fola, the guy who abandoned the lady and ran away, they came back alive, no matter what. Life came back, and the first time Sister saw Fola, she felt something. I don't know if you saw that. She felt something. This guy, okay, no problem. Let me just focus on what I'm here to do. She cleans, she's off. Fola also starts thinking, this lady, the way she's working, the way she does her things, I think this is the lady I abandoned years ago. I mean, how would Fola feel? Like, what was he feeling the time when he saw Sistá? I want to know what he was feeling, what was going through his mind. And for him to even mention, Sistá gives him something. He says, "Thank you, Vicky." That silence, I think that a lot was said. The silence was so loud. The pause, looking at Fola's face, and her mind going all the way back in that instance. It was magic. Nothing was said. And for the director, producer, writer to make us feel that moment, nothing compares to it. Absolutely nothing. He confirms his suspicion. Fola confirms his suspicion, goes to his wife, Tiwa, and says, "This is what I have done." And Tiwa's reaction to what Fola told her was golden, was rare. He's like, "You abandoned a 19-year-old to go to camp where I met you and start all over as if nothing happened." How many women, how many wives would take the side of one young girl that the husband had a thing to do with, and even go the extra mile of telling the guy that you have to do right by her? Whilst we were traveling the world, she was struggling. Your children were struggling. How many women will make or even say something like this? In fact, she was even leading, the forgiveness drive. Just like, we need to apologize. She's reaching out to Sistá so that the husband would do right by her and then the children. How many women, if you were the one, if you were a lady in your watch, would you want to, like, in a way, push your husband to someone he once loved and had children with to make things right with them? You would even pack your bag and you just leave for London and leave him there. Tiwa was the MVP in the movie for me. Her reaction was unexpected. Wow. Now Sistá is in a place where she has to forgive old Fola. All the things she went through, all the pain, she being sacked, her shop being ransacked, not having a place to sleep, 8-month-old pregnant. What was she supposed to do? And now you come and, you're even giving the children phones. When the father came in and he was giving them phones and a lot of stuff, like swaying them with money and all that. I didn't blame the children for the way they reacted. They did not have a father. They wanted a father. Now the man is here giving them what they didn't have. How do you buy a car for your son and look at the house that they are living in? Look at where they live and you buy them a car? Who does that? Anyways, I don't blame the children for how they, they reacted. But it would take a lot. I mean, it took a lot for Sistá to, say that, okay, because of my children, I forgive you. What? All those years, alone, struggling, you just had to forgive. The children can have their life. She's struggling, to make them have. And talk of their acting, young Fola, young Sistá, and their children. And the replacements, Fola's replacement, young Fola, Sistá's husband, the replacement, DME. DME acted so well. His demeanor throughout the movie, he did well. Sistá also nailed her role. The children nailed their roles. But I want to ask you, should we cut young Fola some slack for leaving the woman? Should we cut him some slack for leaving a 2-year-old and an 8-month pregnancy? He was afraid, wasn't he? Should we cut him some slack? I leave that to you to answer in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Bevelyn. If you are new here, do want to be part of this family. Do also like this video. I'll see you again next time. Until then, take care. Bye.